9082E17. 13.1.7 TAWERS AMP, WFS switching, TAWERS only. It is possible to switch the welding condition parameter type between welding current and welding voltage, AMP volt, and wire feed speed and welding voltage, WFS volt. It is also possible to switch the wire feed speed setting unit to inch. Settings 1 on the system screen, press Add button. And on the Add option dialog box, select TAWERS AMP, WFS switching, and click OK button to display the setting item, TAWERS AMP, WFS switching, the system screen. 2 on the system screen, click the submenu of the TAWERS AMP, WFS switching, edit, and then select valid. Note: use the welder settings menu to specify the welding condition parameter type. AMP, WFS switching specifies if you want to make the function valid or invalid. The AMP, WFS switching icon is displayed only when it is set to valid. When it is set to invalid, switching won't be available as the menu won't be displayed. How to reset? To disable this function, select the submenu of the TAWERS AMP, WFS switching, delete, on the system screen. Note: this function is available only when TAWER series are used. Management settings. OM100908217171. 13.1.8 External communication, external comm. Function: a function to save and load a backup copy by connecting the robot and a PC with Ethernet. Together with an optional software for TAWERS. Welding data management function, YA1TPWY1, or TAWERS welding data log function, YA1TPWY1T01. It is possible to save the welding data stored on the robot to a PC. To use the external communication function, the integrated PC tool software, sold separately, is needed. Setting procedure 1. Add the external communication function to the list on the system screen. Click Add Standard button on the system screen and select External Communication, and then click OK. 2. Set IP address, subnet mask and other necessary settings. For details of the necessary settings, please refer to the operating instructions of Integrated PC Tool software. Note: greater than ask the person in charge of network system you are going to use for details of communication settings. External communication specifications. Note: greater than use of a twisted pair cable in noisy environments can cause a communication problem. Make sure to use STP, shielded twisted pair, cable, a noise suppression type cable. Recommendation: LDCTS series, product of ELECOM. Item specification standards: IEEE 802.3, IEEE 802, 3U. Communication mode. Automatically set by means of automatic negotiation. Basically, 10BASET, 100BASETX, half duplex, or 10BASET, 100BASETX, full duplex. Communications interface. Connector: RJ45 cable, category 5 or higher. Customer preparation, management settings. 172 OM10090882E17. 13.2 System data adjustment. It specifies the number of system data to be used. Adjustable items. Note: the system data cannot be adjusted under the following conditions. In mechanism settings, if the number of mechanism data to be set is below the number of mechanisms used in the system. if the number of tool offset data to be set is smaller than the tool number specified as the standard tool. In cube monitoring and X-axis range monitoring settings, if the number of the data to be set is smaller than the effective monitoring number. In user information, if the number of user information data to be set is smaller than the registered number of users. Item standard value setting value. Mechanism 7730. Tool offset 101030 cube monitoring 410 X-axis range monitoring 4420 GB variable 1010999. GI variable 1010999. GL variable 1010999. GR variable 1010999. GAR variable 5050999. GP variable 5050999. Grand variable 5050999. GT variable 1010999 error history, main 4040 100 error history, servo 4040 100 error history, weld 4040 100 alarm history, main 2020 100 alarm history, servo 2020 100 alarm history, weld 2020 100 user information 101099. Welding condition table 101050. Management settings set. Click. System data adjustment management settings. OM10090828217173. 13.3 User Management Settings. The robot is designed to administer robot users individually. By registering individual user ID, it is possible to keep records of each program data, such as who created which program. By establishing user levels, you can stratify the robot settings and protection of the existing programs, and administer them. 13.3.1 Set Items. Set items are as follows. 13.3.2 User registration. Settings refer to the following table and press the function key of the desired operation. The registered user ID is appeared on the list of user IDs that is displayed by clicking the Browse. So once you have registered the user ID, you can select the use ID from the list and then enter your password to log on. User level description operation range operator robot operators robot operation programmer persons in charge of teaching. Robot operation teaching. System robot system administrators. Robot operation teaching robot settings. Note: only users of system administrators level can set, delete or change parameters. Attention! Please make sure to remember your user ID and password. Avoid password that can be easily guessed. To prevent computer abuse, it is recommended to change password on a regular basis. Set item description user registration. Register a new robot user. Change data of registered users. Auto login automatically log in to the specified user ID when the power is turned on. Auto logout. Automatically switch to operator level after a certain period of time of non-operational state. This setting is to prevent another user to use your user ID. Number of user ID settings. Change the number of registerable user IDs. Setting range, 10 to 99. Management settings set. Click. User management. F1 New registration. Use. User registration. F2 dialog box. Change registered data, password, user level, and etc. F3 delete a user ID. On the confirmation box, click OK to delete the user ID. An example. Input, F1, Management Settings. 174 OM100908282171. 13.3.3, Auto Login, Settings, Auto Login, specify whether to use the function, valid or not, invalid. Display login screen at power on, selected to display the login dialog box when the power is turned on. Auto login in user ID before the power off, selected to automatically log into the user ID used before the power was turned off last. Auto login in specific user ID, selected to automatically log into the specified user ID. Selectable when the auto login is not set. Specific user ID, selected to change the specified user ID. 13.3.4, Auto Logout, Settings, Auto Logout function, select valid to automatically switch to operator level after a certain period of time of non-operational state. No operation time until auto logout, a period of time to monitor non-operational state. 13.3.5 Number of user ID settings. The System Data Adjustment dialog box is displayed. Then you can change the number of registerable user IDs. For details please refer to section 13.2 System Data Adjustment on page 172. Management Settings. OM100908217175. 13.4 Origin Adjustment. This function is to set the relationship of the standard positions of the robot and external axis to the encoder pulse of each motor. 13.4.1 Standard Position, Robot or External Axis. Menu Name Adjustment. Standard Position, Robot. Specify the standard position, angle, at the time of encoder pulse setup of the robot motor. Standard Position, External Axis. Specify the standard position, angle, at the time of encoder pulse setup of the external axis motor. MDI, Robot. Use MDI, numerical value input, to specify the encoder pulse of the robot motor at the standard position. MDI, External Axis. Use MDI, numerical value input, to specify the encoder pulse of the external axis motor at the standard position. Teach, Robot. Teach the encoder pulse of the robot motor at the standard position to specify. Teach, External Axis. Teach the encoder pulse of the external axis motor at the standard position to specify. Multi-rotation, Robot. Teach the multi-rotation data of the encoder pulse of the robot motor at the standard position to specify. Note to end the settings. Management Settings Set.